Alright, let's see how I can talk about this. So, have you ever heard of FetLife? If you haven't, it's like Facebook but for ridiculously horny people. And I remember I was on there when I just turned 18 at the recommendation of a fuck buddy, and I met this person on there named Kitty. And Kitty seemed sweet. They were like, hey, look, we're on the same website at the same age. Isn't this awesome? How are you doing? How are you liking the website? I said, oh, so far so good. It's like, there are some fetishes on here I had no idea about, but it's been interesting to learn. They said, oh, cool. Like, and they were like, what are your fetishes to me? And I told them my fetishes, and I said, and how about you? And they said, oh, have you heard about a medical fetish? And I said, oh, what's that? Like sexy nurses or like scalpels? They said, oh no, it's like a fetish for open heart surgery and stuff. I said, oh. They said, yeah, and if you want, I know my buddy, he's gonna get his dick cut off on Skype tomorrow if you want to watch. And I was like, oh, who's your buddy? And then, so Kitty sent me the information of Angel Face. Mind you, Angel Face is trans, and if you're like, oh, does that make it better? Fuck no, it didn't make it better. Angel Face did not want their penis cut off, even if they wanted to be identifying as a woman and shit. I talked to Angel Face because I was trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho, and I guess I really wanted to know their mindset. Like, why were they going to let this happen? They were like, oh, my mistress said that if I were to ever touch myself again as I went down on her, then she's going to cut my dick off. And I did, so I guess I gotta let her do it. I said, you don't have to let her do it. And they were like, but I love her. I said, how long have you known her for? They said 2 months. I don't even give my phone password to people I know of. At two fucking months, you're cutting off your dick. That's some dedication. Shit, maybe you do love her. I kept trying to convince them, they weren't hearing me. Like, trying to convince them not to get their dick cut off, obviously. They were not hearing me out. Let's just say the cutting got delayed for a bit, and weird shit happened where, let's just say, Kitty kind of revealed to me the lore. They were like, yeah, did you know that Angel Face's, like, mistress actually dated Angel Face's sister first? Like, Angel and their sister were having some sort of, like, the hills have eyes incestuous growing up together. And then, next thing you know, I guess Angel's sister, let's call her Kathy, got this girlfriend. The girlfriend wanted Angel instead. They got together. Kathy didn't like that. And I guess they kind of figured, oh, well, to make up for this, like, it was also going to be a sort of like a punishment and or forgiveness ritual. It was weird. Let's just say I remember I was having home issues, so I sadly was away for the Skype, but I got a million messages when I woke up the next morning, and it was just like, yo, get on Skype right now, here's the link. Oh shit. And they described everything. They described how it was Angel laying down, the sister and the mistress sucking her off at the same time, the specific bull cutting tool that they got on Amazon on a good fucking deal, not like that fucking matters, and then the specific way that they just took the tool and just, and then how Angel seized up and got tense but was quiet, and then just suddenly stopped moving, and then like it was off like a little, like a, yeah. And mind you, I didn't want to watch the Skype because I'm a sadistic piece of shit. It was one, because I wanted to make sure nothing happens so that Angel doesn't just fucking die and ends up like missing forever. And like, I wanted to know like, who are the accomplices? Can I record this shit? And then also, okay, too, when else am I gonna be invited to something that fucking cool again? I'm gonna admit, I missed out on it, but don't worry, they sent me plenty of photos after of the healed aftermath. If you're wondering how Angel's areas looked, it was kind of like a Ken doll, but with like loose sausage casing with no meat inside, and then that was shriveled up, and then just some very sad testicles with like nothing there, just empty sausage casing. That's not the worst part. But wait, there's more. Shit got weird. I guess they decided to do something weird with the severed penis. So they kind of put it in this, like, I forget how they did it. They either dipped it in some sort of like enamel resin, or they found like a actual dildo and they put this like the severed meat inside of the dildo. Like, I don't know, it was weird. And let's just say Kitty was fucking themselves with that fucking dildo. It was disgusting. And they and yeah. And that's when I distanced myself from these freaks for a long time. But then they reached out to me after a while and they were like, hey, guess what? I'm done with this dildo. Do you want to have it? And I thought to myself, that's disgusting. Yes. Only because, when else am I going to get the offer to have something cool like that in my lifetime? I was never going to use it. I was just going to keep it in my closet to warn future men who want to date me. Like, this is what happens to the bad boys. Like, when else would you be able to own a human body part legally and consensually? I'm just saying. So I hit up a buddy of mine, Pedro, who was kind of fucked in the head. I told him this whole story. He would like with the receipts and the messages on FetLife and everything. He was like, "This is fucking insane." And I said, "The most crazy part is they want to send it to me, the severed penis." And he was like, "Send it to my address. Don't give these freaks your address. Send it to my address. We could have like joint custody." I was like, "Bet." Guess what? They mailed it for show, tracking number and everything, but it never got delivered. That shit got lost in the San Jose mailing system. And it's the saddest fucking thing because Angel kept hitting me up for like months, almost a whole year after, to be like, "Did the package arrive yet? Did you find it yet? I want to see if I could get it reattached." No, we never got it. And Angel, how's Angel feeling at the end of this? Obviously not fucking happy and pretty sad. And like the only joy they have is that they can sit down with while peeing easier and they didn't get infected. But yeah, yeah. And this happened when I was like freshly 18. I'm 24 now. I've been holding on to this story for years. It's yours now to think about. Bye.